Hello everyone, and welcome to CIS 2703, Systems Analysis and Design. The first thing to note is make sure you check these announcements at the beginning of each week. I will post a brief review of the previous weeks and a synopsis of the content that will be covered in the materials. Along with this, I will be trying something new this semester to aid with those who prefer to hear their instructor instead of just reading everything. I will be recording these messages and providing audio for them. Note that this is only a trial thing and is brand new to my courses. If you have any feedback regarding the audiovisual aspect of these recordings, please let me know. I seek to improve my courses each time I teach one. Anyway, I am looking forward to meeting each of you and working with you over the next 16 weeks. I will introduce myself a little more in the introduction discussion topic, so I will keep this short. A few quick notes though. Please review the syllabus for this course as it contains my personal contact information and many other pieces of useful information. If you need any assistance with anything, do not hesitate to contact me. That is why I'm here. Since I work full-time on the OSU OKC campus, I will be available for anyone who wishes to come to the campus for assistance or just a visit. The only thing I ask is send me an email or call my office line, which are both in the syllabus, beforehand, so I can be sure to be available. I sometimes have to be away from my office for various reasons, and I even have to travel to Stillwater to visit the mothership from time to time. However, I will make every effort to return your calls or emails in a timely manner and be available for campus visits as often as possible. So first things first. The easiest way to contact me directly is by sending me an email. My direct email is morrigt@okstate.edu. An email sent to that address will be sent directly to my phone. To access your email, log in through the https://my.okstate.edu portal using your OKey credentials. To ensure quickest response, please use your official campus email, as personal email addresses such as Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, and so on may be blocked by campus spam protections. I do my best to answer emails within an hour of receiving them, but this may not always be possible. If you do not hear from me within 24 hours, please call my office line and leave a voicemail. You may also post your inability to reach me on the general discussion thread on the discussion forum, so we can work the issues out. You may be wondering where to find things. First, let me state that I'm going to try to have a presentation of where to find things available shortly, but I cannot guarantee that. If you have any questions or problems finding anything, please contact me immediately. Now, if you're new to the online learning or to the Desire to Learn D2L platform, the assignments are managed through the content link at the top of the page. Here you will find the links to the course syllabus, my information, information about the course, and the assignments, and basically the content link is your primary resource for just about everything in this course. Assignments, quizzes, exams, and discussion posts are due by midnight, Sunday night each week, with few exceptions. Content will be open for you the week that it is due. Assignments, quizzes, and exams will close at midnight the night that they are due, and discussions will be open for viewing through the end of the course, once opened. For full attendance credit, initial post for each week's topic should be in by Thursday, and you should try your best to spread your remaining post throughout the week. It's also beneficial to respond to different classmates each week, but you will not be graded differently for responding to the same classmates each week. If, for some reason, you cannot complete your assignments on time, please contact me as soon as possible to see if an exception can be made. There will be a 1-week break for spring break from March 12th to the 18th. There will be no assignments that week. The course final will be open on April 30th, which is the start of week 15, since the final assignments must be completed by May 11th so I can turn in grades by May 12th. Because I'm giving you so much time for the final, and grades are due so quickly after the semester, I cannot grant an exception to the final exam's due date. Good luck in the course, Professor Morris. Now, we're going to start this presentation by introducing myself. This way, you will know with whom you are dealing. We will then move to looking at some of the information about this course. We'll look at the schedule, the textbook, expectations, objectives, and so on. Finally, we wrap up by looking over some of the policies that are in place for this course. For those who are interested in how I grade things, this section will be of particular interest to you. First of all, my name is Greg Morris. You can call me Professor Greg, Professor Morris, Greg is fine. However you want to address me is fine with me. For communicating with me, the preferred method is through my email using morrigt@okstate.edu. My email is pushed to my personal cell phone, so I will receive your emails in a timely manner. I will do my best to acknowledge your email within the hour, but I will not always be able to fully answer your questions immediately. In those cases, I will do my best to have an answer to you within 48 hours. You're also more than welcome to call my office phone, which is 405-945-8630, between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Please leave me a message if you need assistance, as I'm not always in my office, but I do check my voicemails regularly. Finally, you can stop by my office during those same hours. I only ask that you contact me via email or phone call prior to stopping by to ensure I am going to be there for your visit. If you need to meet with me after hours, let me know, and I can work that into my schedule. I do expect professional and courteous communications from all students, in emails and on the discussion boards. This promotes effective learning and it makes everyone feel more welcome. That does not mean you will always agree, but you should be able to disagree without disparaging. Later on, we will discuss some of my expectations regarding online communications in this course. Okay, basic course information. Again, this is CIS 2703, Systems Analysis and Design, for the spring 2018 semester. If you feel you're in the wrong course, please contact me or an advisor immediately. Here, I've just listed some of the major deadlines for the semester. For a full listing of the weeks and assignments due, please consult the syllabus posted on D2L. The last day to drop this course with a full refund is January 29th, 2018, which is the Friday of the second week. The other significant note is May 11th, 2018, which is the last day I can accept work on this course. I will have more on this later, as it will be addressed several times as we get closer to the end of the course. Also note that I do not have any assignments due the week of March 12th for spring break. Not all instructors do this, so please make sure to check schedules with each instructor for more information. The textbook I use is Modern Systems Analysis and Design, the 8th edition, by Joseph Valachik and Joey George. This is available at the OSU OKC bookstore and on Amazon, and probably other sources as well. This book should look like the one pictured here. Just note that all exams and quizzes in this course are open book, so while I cannot technically require students to buy this book, having it will strongly enhance your chances of success in this course. Also, if you're planning to, or are required to, take CIS 2713 Systems Development and Implementation, I teach that course too, and I use this same textbook. In order to be eligible for this course, students must have taken and successfully completed at least one of the following courses, or an approved equivalent: CIS 1533, Visual Basic and Programming, CIS 2013, C++ Language Programming, or CIS 2023, C# Language Programming. Students are also required to have Microsoft Word or an approved word processor. If you are not sure your word processor is acceptable, please contact the instructor. Finally, while it is not required, students may find it beneficial to have Microsoft Visio or another UML diagramming tool available, as we will be discussing these in the course. However, please don't spend the money on Visio unless you really feel like you need it. This course examines the overall business firm as a balanced decision-making supersystem of integrated subordinate subsystems. The concept of information planning, design, and utilization is approached through recognized system development procedures. In addition, case studies and simulation models are used to demonstrate the importance of effective business information processing systems. There is a follow-up course to this, which is CIS 2713, Systems Development and Implementation. This course is a requirement for that course. Now we'll go over some of the course objectives. First, we will identify the roles and responsibilities of a systems analyst in an organization. We will identify the skills necessary to become a systems analyst. We will identify the various types of end users and their unique information needs. We will identify, discuss, and apply the SDLC phases. We will compare and contrast several systems development techniques and methodologies. We will identify, explain, and differentiate between uppercase, lowercase, and cross-life case products. We will identify, explain, and apply the activities associated with each of the SDLC phases. We will perform data modeling, process modeling, and network modeling. We will apply the pieces framework to a problem situation. We will identify the need for a project repository. We will identify, discuss, and apply various system design approaches. We will explain the importance of data analysis. We will differentiate between conventional files and modern databases. We will design inputs and outputs for a system. We will discuss various approaches to implementation. We will discuss the importance of system support. We will discuss the importance of project management. We will identify, select, and use various fact-finding techniques. We will perform feasibility analysis for a given project. And finally, we will discuss the necessity for interpersonal skills. Now we will move on to the policies portion of this. As for attendance, this is an individual-paced instruction course. This means that you will work on things from a week-to-week basis on your own pace. There are deadlines in place each week, but how you meet those deadlines is up to the individual student. Because of policies set by this campus, the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education, and the Higher Learning Commission, students must demonstrate that they spend a set amount of time per week working on coursework. In a traditional classroom setting, this is done through seat hours, or the amount of time you spend in a classroom in your seat. In an online setting, this must be done in other ways, which we will address later. All work will be completed or submitted through Desire to Learn, also known as Brightspace. This will be referred to as D2L throughout the course. There is no on-campus attendance required. You will not have to sit in any classes, nor will you have to visit the campus for any exams or quizzes. If you are unable to attend class for a week or two for whatever reason, it is the responsibility of the student to inform the instructor. How I evaluate attendance is I look at various things. There are 10 points available for attendance each week. If you post in the discussion board twice, once on or before Thursday and once after, you will receive 10 points for attendance. If you post in the discussion board twice, but you do not meet the requirement of once before Thursday and once after, you will receive 8 points. If you only post in the discussion board once, and you complete your other assignments for the week, you will receive 6 points. If you post in the discussion board once without completing other assignments that week, you will receive 3 points. If you do not post in the discussion board, but you do complete other assignments, you will receive 3 points. And finally, if you do not post in the discussion board, and if you don't complete any other assignments, you will not receive any attendance points for the week. Each week we will have a discussion. The discussions are made of questions that I bring up each week to discuss. These questions will be related to a systems analyst and how they work. Now these questions may or may not tie in directly to the material that we're covering that week. This is because systems analysis work is much greater scope than what can be covered in this particular course. To begin with, you'll craft your own responses to the question, which are worth 10 points. And you will also respond to at least one peer each week, and these responses will be worth 5 points. Initial responses should be at least 250 words, or a little bit over a 5 to 6 sentence paragraph. Try to research outside sources and bring those to the discussions. Responses to your peers should be more than just a simple "I agree" or "good point," though there is no length requirement. They should probably be around 2 to 3 sentences though. Discussion boards are a good chance for you to learn from your peers. Now we'll go over some of the etiquette that I expect to be used on the course, whether in the discussion boards or in the emails that you might send. So we'll just go over some etiquette real quick. First of all, respect the privacy of your classmates and what they share in this class. What is said in this class stays in this class. Ask classmates for clarification if you find a discussion post offensive or difficult to understand. Avoid sweeping generalizations. Back up your stated opinions with facts and reliable sources. Understand that we may disagree, and exposure to other people's opinions is part of the learning experience. We need to agree to disagree. Be respectful of each other. We're all in this together, so before posting a comment, ask whether you would be willing to make the same comment to a person's face. Might help you to remember that you may be working with some of these people later in the future. Keep in mind that everything you write, indeed every click of your mouse, is recorded on the network server. On the internet, there are no takebacks. Keep in mind that you are taking a college class. Posting or writing something that would be inappropriate in a traditional classroom is also going to be considered inappropriate in an online classroom. Be careful with humor and sarcasm. Both can be easily misunderstood. Remember, everything we do here is going to be text-based, and text-based communication is easy to misinterpret. Acronyms such as LOL, BRB, and so on, and emoticons, smileys, and emoji are commonly used online. In this class, you should only use them when appropriate. Here are some things that you should try to do while engaging in discussions. Ask questions and engage in conversations as often as possible. Feel free to contact the instructor via the discussion forum for questions or via email or other communication. Be prepared for some delays in response time, as virtual communication tends to be slower than face-to-face communication. Contact the instructor if you feel that inappropriate email has been exchanged with the course online, or if there's been any inappropriate conduct on the discussion boards. Check the syllabus and course policies stated by your instructor to know what to expect about your instructor's turnaround time for responding. Here are some things that you do not want to do. Please do not use inappropriate language. This includes but is not limited to the use of curse words, swearing, or terms that imply inappropriate things for a work or school setting. Please do not post inappropriate materials. For example, accidentally posting or showing a picture of a nude person or something to that effect would result in great consequences. Also included this would be gore or shock images or video. Please do not post in all caps, as this is perceived as shouting and it can really deter people. Also avoid abbreviations and informal language such as "see you later" and things like that. Please try to avoid sending heated messages even if you are provoked. Likewise, if you should happen to receive a heated message, do not respond to it. Please contact the instructor. And for courtesy's sake, please do not send an email to the entire class unless you feel that everyone must read it. For the most part, if you feel that something needs to be addressed across the class, please use the discussion board's general discussion forum. There are going to be 3 essay assignments throughout the week. These essays are worth 60 points each. They are not going to be your typical essays, which are going to be submitted as a Word document, but they will be submitted through the Quizzes tab in D2L and will answer 4 questions that I will ask. Answers are probably going to be around 150 to 200 words, so around 5 sentences probably. We use these to showcase your understanding of the course materials. There are 12 quizzes covering the 12 chapters that we will cover in this course, and each quiz is worth 15 points. The quizzes consist of 10 randomly selected multiple choice questions from a question bank pulled from the publisher's website. You may attempt each of these quizzes twice, and I will take into consideration the higher score whenever you do. There are also 2 exams in this course. There's a midterm exam worth 80 points and a final worth 120 points. The questions for the midterm and the final come from the same question bank as the quizzes. All quizzes and exams are open book, open note, and there are no time limit. There are 2 additional assignments worth 20 points each. Sometime by the end of the first week, I expect you to email the instructor. This email will have the subject of your preferred name. In my instance, that would be Greg, as I do not prefer Gregory, and the course number, which is CIS 2703. The body should tell the instructor 2 things about the student. These should not be personal information, but just something, somewhat personal, whether it be personal goals for the future or whether or not you have a dog. Finally, the second additional assignment is to prove that you have read the syllabus. In your introductory discussion board post, you will use one of the following phrases to prove that you have read the syllabus. These phrases are, "Let's mosey," "I feel it's time to continually pontificate diverse intellectual capital," or "Why don't we intrinsically integrate elastic data?" For your grading breakdown, you will see the 2 charts here. All of this has been discussed earlier in the slide presentation, so I will not rehash it. And you will notice my grading breakdown is a standard 90, 80, 70, 60 breakdown. The total number of points available for the course is 1,000, so you should always be able to figure out what your possible total will be and where you stand in this course. As far as late work and makeup, each week starts at 12 a.m. on Monday and ends at 11:59 p.m. on Sunday Central Time. All assignments and discussions are due by the end of the week. Exceptions can be made for quizzes and midterm exams in extenuating circumstances. However, the discussions and the final exams will not be accepted late for credit. The essay assignments may be submitted late for a 20% penalty per week they are late. Additional and makeup work may be accepted at the discretion of the instructor. However, regardless of how late something is, no work will be accepted after the last day of the course, which is May 11th, 2018. And now we will cover some other policies and information that you may find beneficial. Academic dishonesty is defined as behavior in which a deliberately fraudulent misrepresentation is employed in an attempt to gain undeserved intellectual credit, either for oneself or for another. In short, please don't cheat, it's just not worth it. Your academic dishonesty policy is covered under the website www.osuokc.edu/rights. OSU OKC complies with Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act and the Americans with Disabilities Act, also known as the ADA. For more information, visit the Student Center Office 112 or call 405-945-3385 to speak with the ADA staff member. At any time, I do have the right to change the syllabus. However, if that happens, I will notify the students and explain the changes. This way you are not left in the dark of any changes that might come up throughout the course. Students are also responsible for being aware of the information contained in the OSU OKC catalog, the student handbook, listed in the class schedule. OSU OKC is dedicated to providing an education that will prepare students for working in a cross-cultural global workforce. OSU OKC has a help desk. They are available at 405-945-6767, or you can submit a help desk ticket through www.osuokc.edu/it/request.aspx. The Student Success and Opportunity Center is available at www.osuokc.edu/ssoc. And if you'd like to just know some frequently asked questions that online students have, you can find that information at www.osuokc.edu/online class/faq.aspx. Upon completion of the OSU OKC degree, students will have accomplished the following: critical thinking. They will be able to solve problems by evaluating arguments and propositions. Effective communication. Students should be able to effectively communicate using organized and coherent presentations. Computer proficiency. Students should be able to use a computer and network technologies to gather, analyze, and communicate information. Students also have a civic responsibility to engage in community through activities effecting positive change. And finally, students should be able to exhibit global awareness or display sensitivity to cultures across local, national, and global communities. In conclusion, if you need help, please, please, please reach out to me. It is my goal and my job to help you succeed. I really hope you enjoy the class, and I look forward to meeting each one of you over the next 16 weeks.